Welcome back, dear students, to English literature class. Today we are going to read a story, How I Taught My Grandmother to Read. Author Sudha Murthy. Children, please take your writing material. I have some questions with me. You may write down the answers in the material taken. Here are the questions. First one is, do you like spending time with your grandparents? Second one, how do you spend time with them? Third question, do you help them? Fourth one, have you heard of old age homes? Fifth question, don't you think grandparents are a treasure for us? Children, we will not be reading the whole lesson today. We'll be reading only the first 2 pages of the lesson. I have summarized those 2 pages. Let us have a look at that summary. The author herself is the speaker in this story. She shares an incident which occurred in her childhood. Her grandmother, Kristakka, never went to school, so she couldn't read or write. The author used to read a story, Kashi Yatre, from the Wednesday magazine Karma Veera to her granny. She used to listen keenly and always waited eagerly to hear the next episode. She identified herself with the protagonist of the story which the author read. Protagonist means main character of a story. The author went to a neighboring village for a wedding. When the author came back, she saw her granny in tears. Granny told her why she was not able to go to school. She told her she wished to learn Kannada and become independent. She doesn't want to depend on anyone for reading or writing. Listen, students, this is the summary of the story, and the author herself is a speaker in the story and she's telling about her grandmother. Now let's start reading the lesson. Hope you will read along with me. How I Taught My Grandmother to Read, written by Sudha Murthy. Now read the story. When I was a girl of about 12, I used to stay in a village in North Karnataka with my grandparents. Those days, the transport system was not very good. So, we used to get the morning paper only in the afternoon. The weekly magazine used to come one day late at that time. All of us would wait eagerly for the bus, which used to come with the paper, weekly magazines, and the post. At that time, Triveni was a very popular writer in the Kannada language. She was a wonderful writer. Her style was easy to read and very convincing. Her stories were usually dealt with complex psychological problems in the lives of ordinary people and were always very entertaining. Unfortunately, for Kannada literature, she died very young. Even now, after 40 years, people continue to appreciate her novels. One of her novels, called Kashi Yatre, was appearing as a serial in a Kannada weekly Karmavira then. It is the story of an old lady and her ardent desire to go to Kashi or Varanasi. Most Hindu believe that going to Kashi and worshipping Lord Vishweshwara is the ultimate punya. This old lady also believed in this, and her struggle to go there was described in that novel. In this story, there was also a young orphan girl who falls in love, but there was no money for the wedding. In the end, the old lady gives away all her savings without going to Kashi. She says the happiness of the orphan girl is more important than worshipping Lord Vishweshwara at Kashi. My grandmother, Kristakka, never went to school, so she could not read. Every Wednesday, Karmavira, the magazine, the name of the magazine, Karmavira, would come and I would read the next episode of the story to her. During that time, she would forget all her work and listen with the greatest concentration. Later, she could repeat the entire text by heart. My grandmother too never went to Kashi and she identified herself with the novel's protagonist. So, more than anybody else, she was the one most interested in knowing what happened next in the story and used to insist that I read the serial act to her. After hearing what happened next in Kashi Yatre, she would join her friends at the temple courtyard where we children would also gather to play hide and seek. She would discuss the latest episode with her friends. At that time, I never understood why there was so much of debate about the story. Once I went for a wedding with my cousins to the neighboring village. In those days, a wedding was a great event. We children enjoyed ourselves thoroughly. We would eat and play endlessly, savoring the freedom because all the elders were busy. I went for a couple of days but ended up staying there for a week. When I came back to my village, I saw my grandmother in tears. I was surprised, for I had never seen her cry even in the most difficult situations. What had happened? I was worried. Ava, is everything alright? Are you okay? I used to call her Ava, which means mother in Kannada spoken in northern Karnataka. She nodded but did not reply. I did not understand and forgot about it. In the night after dinner, we were sleeping on the open terrace of the house. It was a summer night and there was a full moon. Ava came and sat next to me. Her affectionate hands touched my forehead. I realized she wanted to speak. I asked her, "What is the matter?" When I was a young girl, I lost my mother. There was nobody to look after and guide me. My father was a busy man and got married again. In those days, people never considered education essential for girls. So I never went to school. I got married very young and had children. I became very busy. Later, I had grandchildren and always felt so much happiness in cooking and feeding all of you. At times, I used to regret not going to school, so I made sure that my children and grandchildren studied well. I could not understand why my 62-year-old grandmother was telling me, a 12-year-old, the story of her life in the middle of the night. But I knew I loved her immensely and there had to be some reason why she was talking to me. I looked at her face, it was unhappy, and her eyes were filled with tears. She was a good looking lady who was usually always smiling. Even today, I cannot forget the worried expression on her face. I leaned forward and held her hand. Ava, don't cry. What is the matter? Can I help you in any way? Yes, I need your help. When you were away, Karmavira came as usual. I opened the magazine. I saw the picture that accompanies the story of Kashi Yatre, and I could not understand anything that was written. Many times I rubbed my hands over the pages, wishing they could understand what was written. But I knew it was not possible. If only I was educated enough. I waited eagerly for you to return. I felt you would come early and read for me. I even thought of going to the village and asking you to read for me. I could have asked somebody in this village, but I was too embarrassed to do so. I felt so very dependent and helpless. We are well off, but what use is money when I cannot be independent? I did not know what to answer. Ava continued. I have decided I want to learn the Kannada alphabet from tomorrow onwards. I will work very hard. I will keep Saraswati Puja day during Dasahara as the deadline that day. I should be able to read a novel on my own. I want to be independent. Children, will stop reading the lesson with this page. The rest of the lesson will continue in the next session. I have some questions based on the story we have read today. I'll be asking you the questions. Just try whether you can write the answer for it. These are the questions with their answers. Read them very carefully. You can learn these questions. They will surely help you to understand the chapter very neatly, deeply. Yes. Now these are the new words which you may feel difficult to pronounce. We have oral drill. Please pronounce along with me. concentration, protagonist, neighboring, immensely, independent, the Sahara, identified, magazine. Okay, children, we'll stop our session with these new words. Go through the lesson, read the lesson very well. Go through each and every word carefully. Learn the spellings also. Alright? In the next session, we'll have a quick recap of the content learned today, and you will be having a question answer session as well as a spelling test session also. So, be ready for it. Okay, beta? See you soon in the next session. Thank you so very much.